drugs.
This is the 2024 Bison Football Preview Show.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dom Izzo. Welcome to our 2024 NDSU Football Preview Show. We're beyond excited to begin our fourth year as the TV home of the Bison, and plenty of new faces will be both on TV and on the sidelines. Over the next 2 Sundays, we'll get you ready for the upcoming season. Look at the biggest storylines from Cam Miller to facing Deion Sanders and Colorado in the season opener. We'll begin our show with the new man running the show. Tim Polisic was hired on December the 18th to replace Matt Entz. Polisic is back for his 3rd tour of duty with the Bison. The man has done everything in Fargo, from a grad assistant to offensive coordinator to now head football coach. I sat down with him to ask about the pressure that comes with the job and what the challenges are that are ahead for 2024.
Visiting with Chris Kleiman and Gene Taylor, when I asked them both about you being a head coach, both their faces lit up. Excitement, energy, that's going to come. When I say that, what comes to mind?
It really is outstanding. I mean, I think like early in my career, that was a big part of becoming labeled a good coach, right? Catch some other veteran type coaches' eyes with a spirit and an energy for teaching and coaching and a passion for football, right? I hope that along with that, people will eventually tag, man, that guy's sharp. He's organized. He's a good leader of men. He's helped young coaches develop into better coaches. And so it's not about me. It's about this program, and anybody that's been part of it knows that.
To have a 4-year starter at quarterback, how much does that ease? Tell me about that dynamic. It can't hurt that a guy's been a 4-year starter that you're coming in with.
I'll give you a real life example. I mean, we're having a conversation about cadence, and obviously at Wyoming some things changed. I mean, at Iowa we had different ways to double cadence things. But I said, guys, I'll tell you what we're not going to do is mess with Group 1. Like Cam's been doing what he does. The cadence is what it is. We know we're sending a guy out there that's been willing to stand in front of a camera and say, hey, I didn't get it done. Or, man, that was a great play by my teammates. Cam's a talented guy. The more I get to know him, I see a burning desire to want to be good at a lot of things. I think his future is very bright.
You said you're going to try your best to keep out of the offensive line room, but when you've looked at it from the end of spring ball to now, how much have things shifted in your mind?
For guys like, Empey, Lewinsky, Nate, I'm so excited to see, okay, do we start in practice 8 from spring ball, or do we revert all the way back to practice 1? And that's really where the magic's going to be. If we can get these guys started fast and their confidence to continue to grow and they build cohesiveness, I think there's plenty of names on here that can emerge. They just need to emerge right now. We are in a flat, race to maturity.
Throws here on first down to Diggins. Nice throw and a heck of a catch by Diggins for the touchdown.
I'm excited about our overall depth. I don't think there's a bare spot. There's some areas that I'd like to be better. Where's our playmaking going to come from as far as big plays offensively, and then who can take the ball away on defense?
You have an idea on that yet?
I really, I don't. I'm probably most anxious and most curious. I've learned a lot about these guys. I've spent time away. I've cooked for them. I've golfed with a few of them. Been in the weight room, been around them, getting to know them. But have we had enough big moments, like we're going to have in the first scrimmage here? I can promise you that's going to be teed up.
Now, Polisic has a handful of new members on his staff. The play call on offense will be different for the first time since 2019. Polisic hired former UND quarterback Jake Landry as the offensive coordinator. Landry comes from St. Thomas, where he called plays the last 2 years for former Bison assistant Glenn Caruso. Prior to that, Landry spent time at Temple and 2 stints at Northern Illinois, where he crossed paths with Polisic. Landry knows the inherent pressure that comes with being the Bison play caller.
Biggest thing for me, and I've told the offense this and our offensive staff, is I just care about winning football games. Just walking out of the dome or on the road and getting a W. The stats might not be the best, score might not be the best, but at the end of the day, if we walk out of there knowing we won the football game, then we'll get what we need to get corrected, right, and enhance what went well. But at the end of the day, it's just winning football games.
Now, the defensive staff has had a bit of a makeover as well. Grant Olson will be the defensive coordinator, taking over for Jason Petrino, who was not retained. Olson will continue to coach the linebackers. Nick Gazer will join as co-defensive coordinator. Will Johnson will coach the cornerbacks. Johnson comes from USC. He's a former corner that played at Oklahoma. Devin Kleiman will coach the safeties. The son of former head coach Chris spent the last 5 years as a grad assistant at Kansas State. Also, former Bison standout linebacker Carlton Littlejohn is on the staff. He will coach the defensive ends. He left NDSU with 4 national championships. We also have some changes to our broadcast team this fall. My pleasure to welcome Sam Getzinger to our squad. Sam will be patrolling the sidelines this fall for our football broadcast and join us on Bison game days each Saturday. Sam, welcome to the team.
Hey, thank you very much, Tom. This is very exciting for me. A lot of new changes on the coaching staff, changes here. I'm really looking forward to this season.
What are you looking forward to the most here? Opening with Colorado and a couple of big games on the schedule at home as well.
Oh, I'm excited for the travel. I'm excited to go around and see new places, like I'm sure a lot of Bison fans are as well. And I'm excited to share the stories of these players, not just what they do on the field, but also off the field as well, which I think will be really fun.
Pilot us out here. Take us away.
Well, with that being said, we're due for a break. And when our Bison football preview show returns, Cole Wisniewski on why he returned to NDSU and the challenge ahead for the Bison defense in 2024.
I just get to come to work and it's fun. Even when it's hard, it's fun working at Touchmark.
It's really the people that make us so different and wonderful.
We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug. There's just a difference when you come into our community.
They're very, very attuned to the individual needs and wants of the residents. And that's something that I've been very, very appreciative of with Touchmark.
People don't really realize how much of an impact the feet have on the rest of the body. A lot of times people with knee pain, there's really nothing going on with their knee. The issue is actually stemming from the foot. So now we're predisposed to hip pain, low back pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that when the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're gonna feel better, and you're not gonna have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Laney's famous two-for deal is back. If your air conditioner and furnace are ready to roll over and break down, Laney's has a treat for you. Fetch a free AC outdoor unit when you purchase a new Coleman high-efficiency furnace. Only need a new furnace? Ask about the $700 rebate with their legendary lifetime warranty. Call Laney's now before this doggone good deal runs away.
828 is just great. Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget and style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
It has been a life-changing 365 days for Cole Wisniewski, both on the field and off. In his senior season, Cole made the jump from linebacker to a position he hasn't played since high school, safety. And in just 14 games last year, he quickly became a star in the Bison secondary, showing his NFL potential in the process. Well, he's back for a 5th year, ready to leave a stamp on NDSU football. It has been a roller coaster ride for Cole Wisniewski in the green and gold uniform.
Over the middle, intercepted. Cole Wisniewski comes up with the pick.
With a dominating season as an All-American safety in the rearview mirror, this fall camp feels like a breath of fresh air for the 5th-year senior.
It's nice having a whole season under your belt and being able to use that to leverage plays and help coach up young guys and encourage different footwork even. Because last year I I couldn't be the one correcting footwork because my footwork was terrible too. I couldn't be the one coaching up eye progression because I was still trying to figure out where my eyes went too. So this fall camp has been so much more fun.
After making the transition from the linebacker position, Cole burst onto the scene in 2023, leading the FCS in interceptions.
Intercepted again! Wisniewski has another one! Unbelievable. He's got 3 in a game and a half.
But in the ever-changing world of college football, decisions had to be made with FBS attention and potential NIL money coming in from across the country.
Why is this the place to be for you?
It's just special the way the guys pour into each other. There's not very many places that older guys are just going to bring in younger guys under their wing right away, and they're going to pour everything into them, both as a man and as a player. And guys did that for me, helped to create me to the person I am today, and it's important for me to do that to other guys as well.
He heads into 2024 as a preseason All-American and is on the watch list to start at the Senior Bowl, but that's not on his mind.
The past is no indicator on the future with football. Honestly, my only concern is winning a championship this year and being the best defense we can be.
Fall camp has looked different for Cole. Foot surgery in the offseason has the 5th year taking on the role of an extra coach on the sideline.
If I'm just standing here and doing nothing, I'm kind of just wasting time for both me and the team. That'd be 4.5 years of knowledge of NDSU defense going to waste. Even being hard on guys too and demanding a lot out of them, it's fun to see them reach closer to their potential.
The good news, he's close to being 100% and being back on the field as a leader for Code Green.
I want this to be the best defense in NDSU history. I want this to be the #1 defense, tackling defense in the country at the end of this year. And if we can be the best tackling, we're gonna accomplish every other goal. It'll take care of itself.
And a decision still has to be made on whether or not Cole will play in Week 1 at Colorado because of his foot surgery in the offseason. Bison says it will take another week to learn more on his status for the upcoming season.
We'd be talking about a potential another surgery. And so from there, you know, we'll see. But at the same time, he's out here in between the moments. He's running and he's looking pretty good. It's just a matter of, can this thing get to the point where he's functional enough to be confident?
And with questions in the secondary, the Bison will rely heavily on what they believe is a strong defensive line. The D-line returns 10 guys from a season ago, 3 of them starters, including all-conference selection Dylan Hendricks and preseason All-American Eli Mostert. This group has high expectations going into 2024, aiming to be the top defense in the FCS.
Look at rotating a lot of guys. We got a lot of talent. Toby's a big kid. He's really powerful. He's fast. Kelton, the same thing. I mean, he's long, lanky, and fast. So, I mean, we got a lot of guys with a lot of talent, and we're looking forward to utilizing everybody in their own unique ways.
I'm leading on the Mostert boys and Coach Gazer and letting them do their thing, and I'm getting out of the way of talented people. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I've done a good job so far is trusting them, and they've done a great job taking it and running with it.
And that defensive line has health questions of their own. Pulisic says promising sophomore defensive end Kelton McCaslin, who's been out with a leg injury, will see a specialist soon to determine his future. When we come back, we'll give you a closer look at the 2024 schedule, which includes a matchup with Deion Sanders and the national champions coming to Fargo. We're back in 2.5 minutes.